When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow, wind, and blizzard conditions likely. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, decreasing clouds, continuing wind, low around 20. And tomorrow, we'll see sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high around 44. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
and Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, welcome to the Captain Show, the fastest 2 hours in radio. It is Window World Wednesday here, and we are excited today because the snow is about to end. I guess we have a lot of cleanup here in Lincoln, Nebraska, USA. We got Todd Euler on the stream. The captain hasn't got in yet, so right now it's just 3 of us guys right here waiting on the 4th member of Window World Wednesday.
What's up?
What's
Can you hear
going
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. I wasn't sure. I'm stuck here in Omaha, so I got snowed in. So I'm like, man, hey, send me the link. A lot of snow out there. I think Vershawn might not have power right now. So my other daughter lives pretty close to where Vershawn is, and she's out of power. So he might not have internet, but he may do it from his phone if he's got power on his phone.
Yeah, hopefully we'll hear from Vershawn. He just called me not too long ago. I was on air, but texting back with him. I think we will hear from him. But it looks really nice where you're at, Todd.
Yeah.
I can't see any snow out there, but
I know. I need to change the background to like a blizzard. It was coming down side. I don't know, a huge thunderstorm last night here in Omaha. I don't know about there, but and then thunder, snow, and it was crazy. It was hail, sleet, snow. I mean, you pretty much got everything in the course of about 4 hours, and now it's obviously still snowing. My son is on spring break, so we'll talk a little bit, hopefully, about spring football here coming up. But he's on spring break out in Missoula. Like that's kind of son I have. He's like, I'm just going to go to the mountains and be by myself. My in-laws live out there, so he got to track some wolves yesterday. They saw a bunch of elk, and I mean, he didn't shoot anything, so they weren't out there doing that. But he's like, I got to reset after winter conditioning. His team won that Friday event. I forget what they called it, but he said he had to puke and rally twice in that thing. So, but yeah, it was pretty tough thing. So there he is, VJ.
Well, yeah. He's here.
Got a big Scott Frost drawing up there. I like that.
Oh my God, this guy right here, he is something else, man. Oh my God.
That would not have been the
I
first
thought you
thing
got
I
thought you got rid of everything with Scott Frost face on it. Huh?
The greatest coach to ever coach at Nebraska, right there on my wall, baby.
Somebody draw that for you? Or is that a print or what is that?
Yeah, no, a buddy of mine drew that. He actually drew it for Ski. Gave one to Scott, myself, and Scott signed him. And I can't see myself getting rid of it.
I like it. It's one way or the other. It's a piece of history.
I mean, hey, listen, I can't take it down. I thought about making it out to be a dartboard, but then that would devalue my buddy's work.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, now. Oh my God,
he was my buddy. I'm saying my buddy who drew it.
Yeah,
my buddy who drew it, Terrell. Jeez.
The artiste. Yeah.
No, Scott's your buddy. He's the quarterback.
Are you with us today, Terrell? Or are you in La La Land? Which one?
Excuse me, sir. I think I did all the talking yesterday. What are you talking about?
How did you do all the talking yesterday?
Well,
somebody did laugh at me and say, yeah, it's usually the fastest 2 hours, but not for you yesterday.
All right. VJ, I got some news for you.
Come on.
College football, EA Sports. They upped the money to $1,500 minimum per player from $600 last year.
That's only right.
Yeah.
That's only right.
Are you guys on it? Are you guys on it?
No, that's the sad part about it.
No,
they don't have any throwback teams on it yet. So
you don't get no money, Euler. None of us get any money. It's the young guys. The young guys are getting the money, not us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you guys are looking forward for the Nebraska games that's coming up here for the spring break. Spring ball that's coming up.
I don't know if I'm excited for the Husker games. I'm excited for spring ball to start. I think with my kid in there and seeing what what it's going to look like after all this winter conditioning. I know he worked hard, and I know everybody there worked hard. I'm just excited to see what the team can do with full-time offensive coordinator, full-time defense, get these new coaches, getting these guys in, getting them reps. And getting better, right? Like, and obviously spring's a time to move up on the depth chart and, those kinds of things. And obviously the 105 cuts coming. I think currently, I don't know, we're at 137 potentially on the roster. I don't know the exact number right now, but last time I heard it was 137. So I'm excited for spring ball. I love spring ball. That's when I typically shine. Spring ball, everybody gets their opportunity, and I loved every spring ball I was a part of. It was so much fun and so much competition. And obviously, I'm going to go to some practices. Hopefully, you guys can join me at some times there, and we'll see if it's anything like our spring ball was. Because our spring ball was, man, it was on. Like, that was a lot of fun.
I would imagine it's gotta be rock of socking with them not having a spring game. Every practice is critical, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that they can go into a practice and say, okay, we'll take this off because we got a scrimmage. You can't do that. They're gonna have to go and show everything they got as far as in practice. Nobody, no lights are on. The only lights are the lights that should be on in those guys' head saying, I want this position. So now's the time to earn your position and put yourself in pole position to be the starter. Now, being a dad though and my bad, Terrell, but being the dad of a guy who's on the bubble, how is that coming?
It's interesting, for sure. It's just you do just basically advice with like give everything you got every single practice, and if you do that and you don't make the 105, you don't make it, right? At least you can say that you gave everything you got, and then move on. Failure's not forever. It's something that he'll learn from if he isn't able to make the 105. I feel fairly confident given the shot, given enough reps, that kind of thing, he'll be able to prove himself, especially on special teams, because he was doing that right at the towards the end of the season last year. He was really coming along in special teams, and I know him and Eckler are seeing eye to eye, and they really, I think that'll be a spot where he'll be able to shine as a redshirt freshman potentially, and then. At first they said, hey, we're gonna keep a fullback, and now we're not so sure if we're keeping a fullback. So you got to prove that you can play running back. So that'll be a test, right? That'll be a test of his mentality, right? So
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this, but I was wondering. So does the 105, if you redshirt a guy, does that count towards the 105?
Yeah, I believe it's 105 roster members, but we're still like the question that has been kind of thrown out is if there's an injury or a guy's like out for the year, can you replace him on the 105? I'm not necessarily sure about that.
Yeah, I think there's so many questions. So many questions, right?
Well, and the other thing I wanted to ask you, Todd, too, is we've got, obviously with Trent, you've spelled it out before. If he doesn't play football for the Huskers, he's not going to play. So he's going to go through into obviously getting into a fall camp, and they have to make the cuts at the end of fall camp. Do you expect to see a pretty big portion of players kind of feel it out in the spring, and then if they make a move then instead of waiting until fall camp and they know that they're not, or at least not likely to make the Huskers, they can make plans elsewhere? Do you think for the majority of players we'll see that happen after spring?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, they've already, we were 152 or 154 roster spots before, during the season, and we're already down to 137. Those are already people that the coaches said, hey, probably best to look somewhere else. I fully expect them to be upfront and honest with all these kids, like, hey, you got a shot or you don't. I expect that. I don't know if that's what'll happen, right? Because it's all new, right? And I would say if they tell him at the end of spring, like, hey, you're like 106, 107, 108, you can train with this all summer and you can come to fall camp and see, because it sounds like they don't have to cut until fall camp's over, like first game type deal, kind of like your preseason in the NFL. And once again, this is all, who knows, like the bill still has not been signed. It's supposed to be signed in April. And I still have, doubts that it gets signed. I would say it's probably a 50-50 proposition right now. I wouldn't say it could go either way, whether it gets signed or not. But I think the coaching staff will be fairly upfront with these guys. Like, hey, we don't see you on this. You can go, we'll help you go somewhere else and play, right? If you want to. And like I said, my son, if he's not playing football in Nebraska, he's going to school to be a doctor. So he's like, I'll just go to school, right? Which is, for me, I would, he's got a lot of talent and a lot of other sports he could have done. And, but that's life, right? Like you got to make those decisions, and he made his decision.
How about we build a super team?
Go to Nebraska and walk on and try to prove himself. Yeah.
How about we go to Midland and build a super team?
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So the House versus NCAA settlement is in the final stages of being approved. It nears the final approval. So, we can say it might not happen, but it's going to happen because this is what college football wants. But, for me, this is probably one of the worstest spring for a player, because you have to try to make this 105. I mean, we didn't have to go through this type of thing, but and I feel kind of bad for the players because they've been doing this all their life. It's been walk-ons for most of the half of the university time here at the university. So you have to think about these players that might not ever get a chance to suit up for the Huskers again. And there's plenty of opportunities out there elsewhere, but why ruin something that's been going on for so long?
So I think, both you and Vershawn went through something similar with pro football, right? Like you didn't have to experience it in college, but you experienced that in pro football, right? Like you had to like, there's a cut. They only take 55. I don't know how many players in the NFL because I never made it there. I don't, but so that these guys now at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old are going through that. And it's going to happen every year because they're going to have more people every spring than they have spots for in the fall, because why wouldn't you, right? You're going to bring guys in and see, hey, can this guy make the team, right? You're going to get, I would hope that they're going to give some people that opportunity, especially like you said, with injury stuff. So, it's crazy that these guys are going to be going through something, at a pro level, really, that you wouldn't have to go through until you completed 4 years of college, or and went through all the ups and downs that made you the players you were to go try and make an NFL roster.
Well, and I think more than ever, and we've said this before, but with the transfer portal being open and you can transfer wherever you want, and Matt Rule usually is generally ahead of the curve on these sort of things. Guys, a farm system makes a lot of sense at Kearney. I mean, something like that, wherever it might be. You've mentioned Vershawn Omaha before when they had a football team. I think now more than ever, when you
Midland,
going after, but yeah, wait, pick it and choose it wherever it might be. But I would think, 106, 107, 108, wherever those guys are, maybe at some point, and I don't know, again, if it's within any legal bylines or whatever, you always have to kind of skirt the rules that they currently are. But, at some point, it might make sense. Hey, go play here, and then, we can give you another shot. And if you play well, maybe we'll bring you on. But who knows what the future of this looks like.
Well, here's the deal. Just like when I was at Grambling, you had a kid that a lot of people didn't know anything about. He played 1 year at Grambling, linebacker, raw as all outdoors. They coached him up, and he gets $300K to go to Mississippi State. So I don't know, Euler, and I'm just talking to you, Euler. I don't know if you give up. What I'm thinking is, we try to help Coach Dramrog. I'm sending a bunch of guys there, and then you build a championship team at Midland that teams just come pluck off of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I don't think I get it. It's Nebraska, but if you could build a team that'll win a championship, I think it's the same thing. I don't think, Fremont is right down the road. We can support that.
Mm-hmm.
Kearney, a little bit further down the road. It's tough to support. So I think not giving up on his dream and continuing on if they have a plan in place. If they don't have a plan, then I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, and I think with this being the first year, it's how do you have a plan in place? You just don't know how the chips are going to fall at this point, right?
No, but when I say a plan, I mean as far as like with the potential, like Midland. So if Midland is bringing in 10, 20 guys, you know what I mean, because they're building a super team because they're plucking off from the roster, then that might be a pretty good situation to go into, being that he's right down the road. So a buddy of mine, his son was at a Division I, AA, or whatever the case may be. And it's like he was all the way out in Oklahoma. So dad's the general manager. He's going back and forth, doing all this traveling. And it's like, well, what is it all worth? His son is getting killed. They're 2-9. Yeah, he's doing well, but they're 2-9. They didn't put anything around him. Why not go to Midland, build a team? You're right at home in your own backyard. And I think that the support would go up for Midland in Nebraska football, because there's, other than the University of Nebraska with 105, there's nothing else.
I agree. We'll have to talk to. We'll see how the chips fall this spring.
Gonna have to have some guys like young Euler. He's gonna have to. Right? And I know Eckler loves those type of guys. You know why I know that? Because he was that guy. He was that type of guy. Hard nosed, walk on, and he'll give you everything he's got. They got to have some special team gurus that earn scholarships because of their special team play. Euler, and I think that's where he makes his money at.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. This is Window World Wednesday here at 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio, the Captain Show. We'll be right back.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved, because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow, wind, and blizzard conditions likely. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, decreasing clouds, continue to wind, low around 20. And tomorrow, we'll see sunny skies with a light breeze, and an afternoon high around 44. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Da-da, 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 da-da. All right, make sure you join the 93.7 Ticket Bracket Challenges on ESPN Tournament app. Go by 93.7 The Ticket on Twitter, X, and sign up. We're going to have a lot of people in there. Me and Bach is going to sign up in the next 30 minutes. We'll probably be doing it as Euler and the captain talk their offensive talk. Now, Micah Hudson. You remember this, Captain? I'm going to fill you in on this kid. He was a 5-star receiver from Texas Tech that wanted 2 cars, I think he wanted, $1 million. He wanted airfare for his family, for 2 and from games with rides, and he wanted to get picked up at practice. Remember he signed with Texas A&M?
Yeah.
He's not with them anymore. So he didn't even last 3-4 months there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened exactly. Mike Elko confirmed, though, that he's no longer with the program.
They finally figured out the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. I'm just saying. I mean, come on, man. You start making demands to teams, and to me, you make a demand on me, I got a problem with you. I do. I'll go play with somebody else. It's too many athletes out there for me to just let somebody smack me in the mouth because they want to tell me what they want. And now all of a sudden the inmates are running the ship. You mean to tell me the inmates tell the warden what to do? Stop that. It don't work that way. So if a guy told me that he wants this, that, and the third, and he ain't played one down for me, I'm telling you that's not the guy I'm recruiting. He's out.
No. Love the kid's confidence, but you kind of knew this was going to happen, right? You kind of saw the writing on the wall.
I mean, are you saying that he didn't even last a year?
He didn't last a couple months.
Couple of months. He only enrolled probably January.
Yeah.
I guess my question is, how much did they give him?
I don't know. It could be one of those cases like the Iowa kid the kid that went from Iowa, went to Alabama, came back to Iowa, and then went back to Alabama.
Caden Proctor.
Yeah, he's what he got, $1 million, Bob?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he's been, who knows what he got, but he's one of the top tackles in the nation. And so it is interesting to see these demands and how long some of these players can last there. Like you guys said, I mean, it can be a character kind of a warning flag if they're demanding too much. And so we'll see. I mean, we'll see if he can rebound, I guess.
It should be some kind of penalty that the kid has to pay the money back if he took any.
Remember, it could be the other way around.
What position?
But he's a wide receiver. But Jaden Rashada, remember, he signed with Florida, and then he got upset that they did not deliver on their NIL promises. So if this kid was demanding a bunch of NIL, maybe it's the other way. Maybe the other, Texas A&M couldn't keep him happy with what he wanted, and now he's just not with the team. But we will have to see.
What is this kid's name?
Micah Hudson.
Micah Hudson, not Shamar Stewart, who owned a freak endorsement. Okay. You guys keep talking because I got to look at this because I need to know what in the world did he get or close.
He spent just over a month with the Aggies before having a change of heart. He stepped away.
Where's he going?
He committed on December 15th and stepped away on January 16th.
It's about a month.
Oh my God. That is terrible.
So wait a minute. He had 8 receptions last year. What are y'all talking about?
He was a 5-star over, son.
He played last year.
Yeah, but he was a 5-star out of high school. He was one of the top receivers.
Wait a second for it. Wait, Terrell, don't tell me this is right. Dang, they say 8 receptions, $700,000 minimum wire up front for a 1-year deal. He got a 1-year deal. I'm out too.
He didn't even play a year.
How did he have 8 receptions?
That was for Texas Tech.
Yeah, that was Tech.
Oh, wow. Separate NIL deal for 3 cars for family members to sign immediately. Personal driver with Cadillac SUV for Micah from spring practice through the end of the season. Family hotel and travel arrangements pay each game with up to 10 members to have travel, tickets, and costs paid for. Medical injury, time off, and playing after injury determined only by Micah and his family. Oh, my word. Is this real?
Yes.
Now, to be fair, and I don't know if it was this kid, there were a couple lists that came out of NIL demands, and so everybody was like going through them and say this stuff is crazy. I don't think it was Hudson's. I think it was somebody else. People started just kind of make up their own list and see how far they could trick people online. So I think one of the demand lists did go viral and then ended up being just kind of a fan list that was put together. But I think this one was real.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Well, Joey McGuire, where he was, says this. This is before he transferred, December 4th, 2024. Transfer portal opens December 9th. And so we'll see. It's funny. Everybody puts a lot of stuff out, and there's going to be people that are said they are in the portal that were never actually in the portal. I love to have him stay here.
Yeah, so Texas Tech, if you remember, had a wild off season where they had one of the best transfer portal classes. They've got money coming in there, so it's interesting that Texas Tech of all teams was one of the NIL one of the winners in NIL this past season. Ended up losing him.
Well, maybe he's going back.
Could be.
I mean, the writing would be on the wall. He might get another chance like Scott Frost.
Caden Proctor, by the way, you brought him earlier with Iowa. I think I saw an interview with him as like he was used to talking about championships when they were playing at Alabama. He said he was on campus against Iowa, and they didn't even, never really brought it up, and that kind of rubbed him the wrong way, and that was part of the reason that he wanted to go back to Alabama. But I think that's always interesting, those Iowa expectations and where they are, because here at Nebraska we like to look down at them because they don't have those same aspirations. But at the same time, it feels like at sometimes nothing's given to Iowa football, right? So they have to fight for everything they get as far as respect and moving up there. And so, maybe that could be a better approach to take, though I wouldn't completely ignore, championship aspirations.
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, next subject. Well, digging your Rolodex. Next subject.
Well, we talked about this earlier. Your cousin played on the what? Did he play on the 2019 LSU?
18.
So he wasn't there for 19?
He wasn't there for the championship. He didn't win the championship.
Okay. LSU 2019 superstars. I'm going to read you off all the contracts they just signed for. It's 4 of them, VJ, and it's a lot of money. All right, Joe Barrow, 5 years, $275 million. Justin Jefferson, 4 years, $140 million. Jamar Chase, 4 years, $161 million. Derek Stingley Jr., 3 years, $90 million. That's a total of $666 million between the 4 players that all came out the same year.
Yeah, well, it's funny that you think about that. I was in Grambling and Mickey touched all 4 of those players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty huge. It's over $650 million worth of contracts. And that came all under one football team, one organization. So,
what do you think, too? How closely it could have been Nebraska? I mean, that's what we're always going to do with Joe Burrow. But, I mean, a coach.
I don't think he would have been successful at Nebraska, though.
Maybe not as successful. But
I don't think he. No.
He said the other day he could have won a Heisman here. He also said Bill Bush was the primary recruiter. So you think about Nebraska kind of just getting in their own way. Definitely would have been interesting. When he was coming in, remembering Coach Scott Frost, so we can see that picture of him over your head there, said, "Is he better than what we got here?" There was like a week where the media, and I was covering the team at the time, and I was full board, like, let's get some, and I didn't know Joe Burrow was going to be great, obviously, but it's like, let's get some competition in here for Adrian, and the media was kind of interested in it, and then as soon as Scott Frost turned it down, the media kind of turned, yeah, we don't need him anyway, yeah, they're right, we already got Adrian, but man, hindsight kills you there, yeah, it's crazy, and also, I liked what Mickey said, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this real quickly, is that he was saying before, because recruiting now is different than it was when he recruited those guys. He said, you can, if you offer the highest bid, if that can be somewhat in recruit, that's not recruiting. That's just buying a guy. Whereas back when he had to recruit these, talented players to LSU, it's about personal relationships and everything, everything that recruiting used to be about.
Well, like I said before, a guy play way harder for a coach that he loves. You know what I mean? A coach that he respects, a coach that he wants to play for. It don't matter how much money you give him. If they don't love you and respect you, they're not going to give you everything and then some for you. They're not going to run through the brick wall that Coach Osborne, that we all would run through a brick wall with Coach Osborne for free. For free. So it's when the coach loves you and you feel that love, that's when you're able to say, you're able to excel as a player. The reason why these guys don't necessarily excel as a player, because when you got to develop them, that takes a special kind of coach. And that takes a coach that has patience, love, and discipline in order to make a kid do what you want him to do. You like that answer?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right,
I agree 100%. If you're Yeah, if you don't have a coach you love or respect, and they just bought you, I think that's going to be tough. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. They buy rosters all the time, but they don't win, right? Sorry, Cowboys fans. Because kind of the guy that's leading it, most people just don't enjoy being around. It sounds like I've never been in that organization, but you can just kind of see that every single year. So they have a ton of talent at the Cowboys. They should win every Super Bowl.
Well, they got to get Jerry out the way.
So
when
will that happen? Jerry is a forever owner.
Yeah, Jerry. Well, he has to be. Well, we know what needs to happen, but but Jerry's the reason why that Dallas Cowboys has no success. He's in the way too much. You got to let a coach be a coach. I mean, the same thing happened with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson had the Cowboys right. I mean, you give it to Barry Switzer, who still had Jimmy Johnson's team, but was able to win. But nobody else did anything except Jimmy Johnson left there.
To go back and kind of, Bach was saying, talking about Joe Burrow. I'm going to put a stamp on this and tell you that there's no way on God's green earth that Joe Burrow would have survived at the University of Nebraska. Because here's the deal. Adrian Martinez gave us what? What was his best asset?
Running.
You can argue because of the yards that he put up, it was passing, but it wasn't. It was running the ball. And if Adrian Martinez didn't run the ball, the little 2, 3, 4 games we won a year, we wouldn't even have won that. You didn't have nobody around you. You didn't have a defense.
Yeah, offensive line was.
Do you understand what Joe Burrow had? Do y'all understand that? That we're talking about? He had the 3 highest paid receivers in the NFL. That's putting people around you.
Well, yeah, obviously that's going to be part of the conversation. And I think the argument always has, you can get around whether he'd win a Heisman or win a championship or not. And I think they probably would have maybe fallen short of those goals, but I think they'd be in a better position than they were with Adrian, simply because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the world now. Would he have ever reached that? Again, it's tough to tell, but I don't think he would have. They always say the cream rises to the top at some point. I would think that Joe Burrow would have, if given the opportunity, if given a fair shot, would have been able to do that. But would Scott Frost have even given him a fair shot to get the number 1 job? Not sure about that.
Well, obviously he didn't give him a fair shot because he would have brought him in. Joe Burrow's dad, brothers, they all have a tie to the University of Nebraska. They all do. You know what I'm saying? His older brother was a freshman. Joe Burrow, or I can't remember Burrow. What's Burrow's? Huh?
Jamie
Burrow. Yeah, he was a freshman when I was a senior. He had a little brother that played here as well. His dad had a stint at coaching here. Why in the world would we not take a guy like that who has pedigree? We didn't do it. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You tell me in 2019 or 18, for that matter, my bad, 17. Because I think Burrow played, 2 years?
That would have been 18 and 19 that he played at LSU.
2018. Name Nebraska's top 4 weapons other than Adrian Martinez.
Actually, that would have been a better year probably than the next, because they still had Devine Ozigbo. They still had Stanley Morgan. I think Maurice Washington was on that team by then. J.D. Spielman, but he didn't factor in much that year. But yeah, it goes pretty.
What's Keyshawn Johnson Jr.?
My point.
Receiving that year, yeah, Spielman, Morgan, Jack Stoll, third on the team in receiving.
Who you didn't throw the ball to?
Yeah,
we didn't throw it to him enough. You had one guy, Stanley Morgan. Other than that, Ozigbo didn't play to the end of that season.
Well, Spielman was pretty good that year. I'd give him credit for that.
Okay, I'm just simply saying, what was the offensive line looking like that year in 18?
Yeah, then I'd have to go back and look through.
You can't even name one of them guys, can you?
Yeah. Well, the defense also was not stacked.
Ben Hart was still here. He's been here for 100 years.
Roscoe was here too. Matter of fact, I think Corcoran was starting as a true freshman that year.
Could have been.
Dude, I'm dead serious.
For real. Like, they've been here forever.
Serious. Look
So in
that up.
2019, if you look at his weapons, though, it would have then turned to Dedrick Mills as your running back, Wandale as your primary wide receiver, J.D. Spielman, I guess, would be your primary. Wandale as well as a freshman.
Who's a true freshman.
Yeah, as a true freshman. And then you'd be trying to probably convince Luke McCaffrey to play wide receiver instead of quarterback at that time, probably as well.
Yeah. Now you answer your own question. Do you think Joe Burrow would have won a Heisman Trophy coming to Nebraska for them 2 years?
Not a Heisman Trophy, but I think they would have been bowling. Would have been gone bowling.
Get out of here. Hey, wishful thinking, Bach. I love your wishful thinking, but trust and believe, there's no way just because Joe Burrow went where the best place for Joe Burrow. Guess what Joe Burrow had? Other than offensive weapons and an offensive line and running back behind him, guess what else he had?
A defense.
You ready? Oh, what'd you say?
A defense.
You know what else he had? They had a special teams that was out of control. So when you got a football team, Nebraska didn't have a football team that's complete as LSU. All those monsters on the come on, man. Come on, gang. I'm just saying, man. They wouldn't have won. I don't believe that Joe Burrow would have won the championship. He would have won a couple more games, maybe. But somebody had to train up Joe. Joe Burrow didn't go to LSU and turn into Joe Burrow. Let me just tell you that. Joe Burrow was like third when he went there. And he had to work his way to number one. They didn't go get Joe Burrow for him to be the number one quarterback.
Well, his whole junior season wasn't the Joe Burrow we know now. It's fine, 16-5, but it wasn't Heisman Trophy winning Joe Burrow. So people might forget he went through a full season there without being an all SEC type of player before the meteoric rise of his senior season. So that would have probably been part of the story too. I guess to me, like, we do have the questions of like what would have happened at Nebraska, and I think you're right. I don't think championships or Heisman would have came along, but they would have got a few more wins. And who knows what that would have done for the Scott. I mean, if you get bowl eligible for 2 seasons under Scott Frost, what can turn from there? But my question would always be, what would happen to Joe Burrow? Because then you're probably not, a top pick overall. Are you a 3rd round pick? Or can you fight your way up there? You're not given. And so who knows what it would look like for Joe Burrow if he came to Nebraska. I think he made the right decision, obviously. But man, did it hurt when they were, when in that post interview, when he was winning the championships in 2019, he said, I dreamed of this moment since I was a kid, and you could see the yellow and purple confetti going down. And we all knew when he dreamed of that moment when he was a kid, it was red and white confetti that was coming down. Well,
yeah. I mean, again, if you go and look at the receiving core, okay, so just tight ends and receivers. Let's throw running backs in there too. If you look at tight ends, running backs, and receivers, so because those would be I didn't even go offensive linemen. Out of that group, I guarantee you there's almost 10, maybe 12 of those guys got drafted. Now you go look at us in those same 2 years and tell me how many draft picks we had.
Yeah, not a lot.
Goose egg.
All right, takes us in the answers. Jake, what's that number?
402-464-5685.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio, the Captain Show. We'll be right back.
I'm Chief Dave Engler. When a fire truck hits a pothole with 12 tons of fast-moving equipment and crew, it's a problem. On your ballot in April is a measure to continue Lincoln's quarter-cent sales tax for street improvements. A vote against eliminates the street funding. A vote for will not raise your taxes and keeps the funding in place. And better roads means faster response times. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com.
We use our Lincoln streets every day, and so do first responders. But visitors and out-of-town commuters also do. A quarter-cent sales tax for streets passed by voters in 2019 makes those commuters pay about $6 million a year to improve streets. on your ballot in April is a measure to continue it. A vote against means no more funds from commuters. A vote for will not raise your taxes, and commuters still pay. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com. Paid for by the City of Lincoln.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow, wind, and blizzard conditions likely. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, decreasing clouds, continue to wind, a low around 20. And tomorrow, we'll see sunny skies with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 44. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
Husker fans, the message is clear. Nebraska softball is here to dominate. They're off to a hot start, and they're bringing that energy into Big Ten play. On Friday, March 21st, Minnesota comes to Lincoln for a weekend series in Bowling, and they need Husker Nation in the stands. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action as they begin conference play. Get details and tickets at huskers.com/tickets.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and 0. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. Give a shout out to Bach in the black shirt. We made it here today for work and yeah, just congratulate us here.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, my lights is out. I don't know.
Your lights is out?
That, yeah.
Yeah, my lights went out. The only lights, I don't know how I still got this one back here in the back. So my lights are out.
When I came back from Omaha, I went to Omaha like 3:40 this morning. And around about 5, I was driving back. But before the 5, the ice started falling right before I was walking outside. So I was able to get out of Omaha. And once I got down there by the outlet mall, the roads got better. At first, I was driving like 40 on the highway. But it got better, and I was able to get my butt back to Lincoln real quick. But it was
that stuff, man. You I've been out in it this morning, but I can tell you now, like you go out now, that you'll get frostbite real quick. So be careful if you go outside. Make sure you bundle up, put stuff on your face. Don't leave your skin uncovered. What?
You'll have to go. You have to go see my post
cold.
I put out. I was out in the blizzard just in my sleeveless doing a video. I posted that today, so you have to go check that out.
Yeah, I did that to Jake.
No frostbite here, man.
Oh,
I
man.
did that to Jake.
Hey, I tell you what. When we get off the show, go out there and do another one.
I've been out there several times.
I said once.
At least in Lincoln, it's not like overly cold. The snow is cold when it hits you, but the wind's not too cold. And it's like 33 degrees out right now during this blizzard. It says it feels like -2, so that gives you an idea. But it's not like painstakingly cold.
Just the wind.
It's just the wind. Yeah, I almost got blown over on the way walking over here. So the wind's very, very heavy. But
good luck with that 33. We're down about 31 here, and I can tell you it's freezing. It is. And the wind is about 30. Yeah, here you can hear the wind. Like I can hear it.
It's gusting to 50, at least 50 at times.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a little worse here.
Yeah,
and it'll be 60 tomorrow. So enjoy your one day.
So now, hey, now was I the only one out in it where was the snow dirty? It was dirty snow.
Yes.
I've never seen dirty snow before.
Little red clay dirt snow.
It was dirty snow. It was. I'm dead serious. It was dirty snow.
Orangey brown snow, dirt.
Yeah,
I don't know where it's coming from. It mixes. It does it on my car like that.
I'm telling you, it was dirty snow. I cleaned cars off, and every car had dirty snow on it. Like the snow was dirty. I've never seen dirty snow, but it was dirty. I don't know, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. Just go check for yourself. Now the snow that's coming down now is not. It's not like that anymore. But it was, and maybe because it was mixed with rain. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I do know.
As in my self-intro, we might find out. We were thinking, so Terrell's got some work there in Omaha. I've got tickets to an AEW wrestling show out there. Still thinking about making it. Let's see if we can make the drive. You guys
I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
I have Bach. Let me tell you one thing you can do. This is not worse than it was 2 weeks ago or the week ago when I drove back from Omaha. DOT will do their job for you. It depends on what time you go. So you probably have to leave about 4. The highway's gonna be packed 4, 5, 6 o'clock.
Are you taking your son?
No, it's just I wouldn't do that. It's just me.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Then that's almost like committing suicide for yourself. If you taking your son with you, I was gonna call CPS on you.
So they say at 2 o'clock is 100% showers, snow. 3 o'clock 74, 4 o'clock 70%, 5 o'clock 20%.
Terrell, look at the winds. Look at the winds.
30, 34, 26, 19. By 9 o'clock, it'll be 19.
9 o'clock is over with. He might as well not go.
It's 35 degrees now, northwest. So 33.
35 mile an hour wind.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Unless he's driving a scooter. He's not driving a scooter down there. He's in the car.
All right. Let me know if you make it, Bach. We'll talk
All
about
right.
it tomorrow.
Well, you'll know
I
by
don't think he's going to make it. I
All
don't
right.
think he's gonna make it.
3.7, the ticket. We
March
are powered.
Madness.
That's right.
We are powered.
By
Bauer.
infrastructure.
Bauer.
Excavating.
Underground.
Oh,
Grant.
Excavating.
All right,
there
we'll
we
try
go.
this one we come back, man. That, we
I've
gotta
been gone
give
for
our
too
folks
long. I've
A
been
little
gone
better,
too long.
a little better thing to that. 93.7
I was
the
out
ticket,
for a
fast
couple weeks.
2 hours in radio. The Captain Show. We'll be right back.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa,
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith. Innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555. Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio, the Captain Show. We are here live. Bach in the black shirt, the Euler, and the Captain is on stream. Captain, did you know the Big 12 has a 4-day showcase where they do their own combine? It's the Big 12 combine.
No.
Yeah, they have over 200 players at the 4-day event for the Big 12. It's called Big 12 Pro Day.
Do we got any guys going?
No, it's only for the Big 12.
Oh, Big 12 Pro Day.
Yeah.
So they putting it all together in the Big 12. They don't want to waste the money going from school to school.
Well, this is the second year they're doing it. It's held at the Stars, the Dallas Cowboys headquarters. More than 200 Big 12 players from the 2024 are expected to be there, with all 32 NFL teams there also.
Hey, you got to try to do it some kind of way, man. And if you get an opportunity, you got to put your best foot forward. But I want to talk some March Madness real quick, though. I got to talk March Madness. Here's why. Guess what? Guess who Omaha drew?
St. John's.
My team.
Mm-hmm.
My team. And I'm picking St. John's to win it all. I'm going on the record. What's today?
Uh-oh.
This starts tomorrow?
Did you fill your bracket out?
No, not yet. I'm going to do it when we get off air. But listen, I'm also taking Omaha to beat St. John's, too.
Oh, that janky.
Two brackets,
that janky bracket.
Janky promotions, baby. Either way, I win. If St. John's can... If Omaha beats St. John's, though, how big would that be?
Oh, it'd be huge. I don't know if we would see Coach Crutchfield still in Omaha next year, because I think that's generally your ticket to a higher job. But it would be huge for Omaha, obviously, in the state of Nebraska. I mean, I don't know how many people across the country know of Omaha, so it would be kind of like their coming out moment.
They don't know of Omaha that they have a basketball team. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, and I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna be honest. Full disclosure, I went to one UNO basketball game in my life. That tells you that it's not a big deal here in Omaha. But trust me, like some of those guys start coming into the restaurant, so I start watching UNO basketball, at least the highlights anyway. But I would imagine if they won an NCAA game, I can guarantee you I'm going to be at a couple of them next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to bring excitement about it. But further, what does that say about Nebraska basketball? Lincoln.
I think it'd be another kick to the groin of a program that just generally gets kicked to the groin. Because I thought about this before. Like, it might shine a spotlight on the fact that Nebraska has not won a tournament game. But at this point, it's, they're the last of the Power 4 teams and formerly Power 5 teams to be able to say that. Northwestern got that accomplished a few years ago. I don't know if it hurts all that much more. Like, as a Nebraska fan, I'm not actively rooting against Omaha so that I can save a little bit of face. Either way, we know what Nebraska basketball is. If Omaha wins, I think it's better for the state and might even, in some ways help Nebraska basketball because the state of Nebraska basketball would be better represented.
I mean, I just think that I think that's a good thing. You get a Creighton in, you get Omaha in, which is two Omaha teams. Terrell likes to hate on Omaha so much, but this little city of Omaha has two teams going to the dance, which you guys both said was super, super important, right? So my question is, if Nebraska basketball is equal to Creighton basketball as far as salaries and people getting paid, then why aren't we able to match the intensity and make it to the tournament?
Well, I'd certainly be interested to see those numbers, by the way, because Creighton, obviously, their fund or whatever their NIL fund goes to basketball. That's their 1A. Obviously, football at Nebraska. So I'd be interested to see what those is. But I always go back to coaching and just program stability that Creighton's had. They've had better players, but more guys going to the NBA, more success. They play in the Big East. It's not the Missouri Valley anymore. So it's comparable to the Big Ten. They're the better program, and it's not. I think you're right. I think if they do have an advantage, it wouldn't be by a mile in NIL. So Nebraska should be able to meet that gap. But again, remember Baylor Shireman, who just hit a bunch of threes for the Celtics the other night, had it down to Nebraska and Creighton, and he's a Nebraska kid, and he picked Creighton, and I can't blame him at all for it. I mean, look at the amount of success that they had with him there. And would that ever happen at Nebraska? It hasn't in a long time program for Nebraska. So, I mean, I get it. If you're a Nebraska kid, the A program in Nebraska is Creighton. And if Omaha starts winning NCAA tournament games, they might be the B program.
Well, I think they're the B program right now. You can't deny them. They made it to the dance. So you can't say that they're not the second best team in the state.
Well, that's not fair, Rashawn. I don't think it's fair. Not taking anything away from Omaha. We know they don't like to be called University of Nebraska, But I don't think it's a fair comparison. I mean, first of all, it's two different conferences, so and they didn't play each other, so it's not fair to say who would win that game. I mean, I'm happy for them, happy for the state of Omaha. I mean, for the Omaha for having two schools go out. I mean, it helps put Omaha on the map more, and that's what it does for them.
I'm not saying who would win head to head. I'm simply saying you got to take your hat off to a team that makes it into the championship, into the big dance, and say that they're better than a team that didn't make it to the dance. That's all I'm saying. Nebraska didn't make it to the dance, baby. They're not in the party. They didn't get a ticket to the party. They're outside. They're dropping people off at the party. They don't get to go to the party. Matter of fact, they got to go to a different party.
Yeah.
But you got to understand whose party is going to last the longest, though. That's what matters. Y'all party might be over in one day. Nebraska might have a little party in Vegas for a couple of days. That's the thing, though.
I would hope that
nobody remembers the one and dones of the tournament. So
I'd agree with that, but Bach said the tournament means everything, and so I would hope that Nebraska playing in this tournament will last more than one game, because if they don't last more than one game in this tournament, then what does that say about them again?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be rough for them. Obviously, they're playing a 13-19 Arizona State team. Now, they've lost to some bad teams down the stretch, so it's still out there. It's not just because Nebraska has the better record that they'll win. But I will say this. I would disagree that at a school like Omaha, and I would say Nebraska's a better program than Omaha. Better, a one-on-one matchup would be interesting, but there's different kind of layers to it. But Rashawn, you are right. Ultimately, the goal is to make the dance for every college basketball team. Omaha did, and Nebraska didn't. So that's kind of where it lands. But I will disagree with you, Terrell, that no one remembers anybody that doesn't make that tournament. At a place like Omaha, where they've already won, a Summit League championship. That's what their quest is. So they should hang a banner for making the tournament in such that it will be the Summit League championship.
But we make a case that Nebraska is not an every year tournament team. This basketball program has not been in a tournament every year. This is a every blue moon type of situation for Nebraska. It's probably like the 1993 team or the 91 that went 28-6. I mean, they lost. They was the number 3 seed. Yeah. And who did they get beat by?
I lost to Xavier.
Yeah. So it's like nobody never remembers like what Jake was saying earlier. I said the only thing they remember is who goes the farthest in this tournament. It's either a Cinderella team or a high seeding team. That's the only thing we remember at the end of it because there's so many games.
Those guys that play for Omaha who have never, first of all, how long has Omaha had Division I basketball?
No.
Go back to Trev Albert's decision.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That was a little over 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And then and they made the tournament. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not knocking Nebraska. I'm saying there's something fundamentally wrong if year in and year out we're not making the tournament, but Creighton is making it. Now you're seeing Omaha make the tournament. So that's to me, something that's got to get fixed, especially when you talk about the scholarship numbers is going up. You remember how many scholarships they had last year? Do you guys know?
The men's, I'm not sure where it's at.
Yeah, hold on. I'll tell you. Scholarship numbers going up. Basketball. It was 13. It's going to 15. But they got 15 more scholarships. Now, to me, I believe that they did this whole increase in scholarship to level the playing field, if you ask me, in all sports. Because tumbling, you guys know what tumbling is, right? You guys
agree?
I tumble for you. Do
you know what tumbling is, though, Euler? Black shirt?
No.
Huh?
In a sport, do you know what tumbling is?
Yeah, that's flipping and rolling.
Yeah, okay. So how many scholarships do you think they got now?
Probably 12.
Perfect. How many do you think they had before?
Probably 8.
Well, they had 14 before. Now they've got 55.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Tumbling?
Tumbling's taking off.
Tumbling's not a sport, is it?
I just told you it was. I'm going to get to gymnastics. Okay.
I never heard of a tumbling team that I never. I'm sorry.
It's got to be somewhere. It's on their website. Okay. Baseball. They had 11.7 scholarships. They're up to 34 scholarships. Told you about basketball. Women's basketball already had 15. 6 to 19. Cross country went from 5 to 17. Both in women's and men's. Women's was 6 before, but still 17. Field hockey, 12 to 27. Of course, football, 85 to 105. No walk-ons. Golf went from 4.5 to 9. Gymnastics. How many do you think was on full scholarship?
12. 15. 18.
Men's. Let's start men's first.
Okay, men's probably less. 6.
Yeah, 6.3. Now it's 20. Women was 12. Now it's 20. Ice hockey was 18, now 26. Did you know they had a women's ice hockey college team?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Yes.
I don't know where it's at, but they do, obviously.
Probably up north.
All right, men's track, full scholarship. And you know how a lot of the track team was on half scholarship. They wasn't on full scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
So they would take the 12.5 scholarships that they had last year and
divvy them up.
Yeah. Make partials, 3/4, a quarter to have more players on the team. So they went from 12.6 to guess how many?
35, 36.
45.
Track?
Track.
I think my son will be looking at that if
there you go.
Doesn't work out.
Well, see, there it is. 45.
He can still throw the shot put.
Yeah, lacrosse goes from 12 to 48 for men, 38 for women. Soccer. How many do you think full scholarship?
25. Currently.
Before or
Women's
after?
before. Like
Men's was
women.
9.9. Women was
Yeah.
14.
Okay.
They're both at 28 now. Softball. We got a pretty good women's softball team. How many was on scholarship last year?
14.
Yep. This year, 28.
I'm getting lucky with these guesses.
Hey, here's one. Swim team last year.
12.
9.9. This year.
33.
30.
It's crazy.
Okay, let's go tennis.
12.
4.5 last year. 8 with the women. This year, 10.
I said tennis teams aren't too big.
Well,
Triathlon.
Yep.
6.5, 14. Here we go. This is unbelievable. Do they have a men's volleyball team now?
Nebraska. These aren't all Nebraska sports, but in NCAA there are, yeah.
Yeah, NCAA. Okay, so 4.5 to 18. Women's volleyball had. Guess how many women's volleyball had last
12.
year? Yeah, and now they get 18. So what about wrestling? Oh my goodness! Wow. Last year, wrestling
8, 9, 10.
9.9.
Yeah.
This year,
18.
30.
30.
30.
Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
I'm on the site. I'm reading straight off the site. Unbelievable. So I think that's leveling the playing field. All the other sports way more juice.
Yeah, but in some of those cases, some of those scholarships besides football and basketball, I think they can have partial scholarships. So they would still be able to do some type of things in their sport.
Shouldn't need to.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Not anymore.
Why would you want to when you can get the
It
best kid and put
it
them on
says,
scholarship?
it says all sports will be classified as equivalency sports, allowing schools to offer partial scholarships. This is a huge change from the current system where some support like football, basketball, volleyball, and head count sports are only offered full scholarships.
Well, do you act so? You're not saying football though, right?
Yeah, football, basketball, volleyball, and other and a couple of more can't do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Some of them get that.
why would you want to? I mean, if the limit is 105, I'm picking my best 105. And that ain't always Euler in your case. I really and truly think you need those scrappy guys to make that 105 roster. I don't think that they can go into it with a 4-star guy who thinks he's a starter at running back or thinks he's a starter at linebacker and that don't want to play special teams. So I do believe that the bottom 10 guys will be, and DP talked about this, and the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, you know what, DP, you're probably right on that one. The bottom 10 guys are going to be either booster guys that have great potential or legacy scrappy guys. Watch.
Well, the only thing you're doing is taking football scholarships. I mean, you basically what they're doing is limiting football scholarships and giving it to more other scholarships. So,
yep. I wonder why though.
Well, that's why they probably taking out this walk-on thing, because now these other schools, like you said, if you go on that list, you're looking at, like you say, cross country is gaining 11. Golf is gaining 4.5. Women's golf is gaining 3. Gymnastics, men is gaining 13.7 extra scholarships. Then you get 8 for the women's. Ice hockey, you get 8. Ice hockey women, you get 8. Track and field is the most important one because they go from 12.6 to 30 to 45, which is about 35 more scholarships.
Let's be real here though. How many programs can support all those scholarships? There's a lot of programs that we're having a hard time funding just the scholarships they have, right? So where's all this money coming from for all these scholarships?
Good question.
The school. The money
Okay.
generated from the school.
By football? Like
No,
football,
by
football and
every sport.
volleyball. Volleyball and basketball are the only three that actually work in the black. All these other ones lose the school money.
Yeah, but you
already.
just can't
Now you're
make
going
it
to offer
about.
more scholarships and have to pay for
You
these
just
kids.
you just can't make it about football though. I see what they're doing. They're making it about every other sport.
But most schools can't afford those. I'm just telling you that up front.
Most of these schools don't even
Maybe
have
they can
this.
now.
Nebraska don't have
Right.
tumbling.
Tumbling.
We
no, we don't have
we don't
tumbling.
have beach
Not yet.
volleyball. Do we have beach volleyball?
Yeah,
do we
I
have
think we
do
play
we have
beach, yeah.
hockey? Do we have hockey? No.
No hockey
So
yet.
some of these you don't. We don't have lacrosse, do we?
No.
Do we have
No.
a rowing team? They go from 20 to 48.
Well, but but
we should start that, Terrell. Me, you, and Rashawn. Let's start rowing.
No,
We got
no,
that team
I'm
right
out.
here.
I'm out. I'm out. I ain't rowing no boat.
Do we have water polo? No. So these are
but to his defense though, Terrell, the only teams like he said that have a surplus of money, meaning they make money at the end of the year, is football, basketball, women's volleyball, and men's basketball. That's it. And so that meant that as an athletic department, because you can't separate football away from any other sport because it's an athletic department. So as an athletic department, you're going to have to take money. Football's been paying for everything for years, since well before we was in school. You know what I mean? So I like it that it's level in the playing field. They've got plenty of money. You know, I mean, the University of Nebraska is not hurting for money in no stretch of the margin. So I just think that, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what I don't like that you are limiting football. I think 125-man roster. Like, I like the fact that you go 105 scholarship, but maybe having a 20-man practice squad.
Mm-hmm. I think
You know
there
what I'm
has to be
saying?
a practice squad. Almost
How
has
can
to
you
be.
not?
Yeah.
How can you not get around having a practice squad? Because when guys start going down, and they will go down. We know that already.
Yes, sir.
A lot of them that are down now. But
all right. Let's give it up for Tyus Wilson. He's the best athlete in the Big Ten right there, the track and field. He's the big athlete of the year in track and field. I think he's a freshman and he's a poll voter. He just won the indoor. So got to give it to you guys too.
I can't wait to come to the office tomorrow.
Why?
We'll put you in the headline.
For what?
Cut me off.
Well, you streaming. I can't see your face. Well, I can't. It's not
Where's
like
your computer? Where's your computer?
Do you know the computer lags 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds?
No, it does not. No, this is real time, baby.
Bob, explain it to him when we come back here.
It's not. Your computer don't lag. No real time.
Talk, and let me see if I can see you.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Husker fans, the message is clear. Nebraska softball is here to dominate. They're off to a hot start, and they're bringing that energy into Big Ten play. On Friday, March 21st, Minnesota comes to Lincoln for a weekend series in Bowling, and they need Husker Nation in the stands. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action as they begin conference play. Get details and tickets at huskers.com/tickets.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Well, it's the middle of winter, the holidays are over, and the weather is unpredictable. Isn't there anything to look forward to? You bet there is. Cash Blast from your Nebraska Lottery is back. Until April 1st, buy a 2x2 ticket and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win one of 7 weekly drawings for $5,000 or $500. And if your voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket, your prize is doubled. Hey, there's nothing like a little green to cure the winter blues. 2x2 top prize odds 1 in 105,000.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow, wind, and blizzard conditions likely. We'll see a high around 36. Tonight, decreasing clouds, continue wind, a low around 20. And tomorrow, we'll see sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high around 44. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is Window World Wednesday here on the Captain. Hopefully you're enjoying your day off. Safe somewhere in this blizzard. But it is Window World Wednesday. We have not got our Todd Euler report quite yet. So from a of Window World and maybe your latest kind of your thoughts here on the Euler report.
Yeah, it's been a while. We had state basketball. Listen to Nick and the guys on 93.7 The Ticket. What a great job those guys did. Want to shout out to those guys. It was a lot of fun listening to them. I was in town driving around and always had them on, and they did a great job. But yeah, I haven't been here. I think 3 weeks. So I went to the boys' state basketball. One of my best friends from high school, his boy played for Fremont Bergen, and he's like, "Hey, we play at 9 o'clock on Thursday morning." And I'm like, "Hi, I don't have any appointments. Let's go do this." And the number 8 seed playing the number 1 seed, I thought, I'll go support them, and it'll be one game. And so they upset the number 1 seed, and they're like, you came today, you got to come tomorrow. You're a lucky charm. So I go to the second game, they win that. In the semifinals, they go to the final. So obviously got to go to the final game on Saturday. So I went to 3 basketball games last week that I didn't have on my schedule, but it was awesome. Had a lot of fun, and Fremont Bergen wins it all as the 8 seed. So it was a lot of fun. And then obviously listening to, like I said, the ticket around town, it was a lot of fun. So missed you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. So, and then, and also my show on Saturdays was kind of all messed up as well. So with state basketball, which is a cool thing. So brought back memories. My best friend was a year older than me. They won the state championship his senior year in 91-92 season at Battle Creek. Jake Korth hit a last second shot to win the championship game. It was crazy pandemonium back in 93. And the equipment manager, you got to look up their picture, because the equipment manager brought the wrong shorts to match the top. So they had like white tops and dark shorts. It's the ugliest thing ever. And they win the state championship in it. It's crazy. So, but yeah, otherwise, Windows, guys, it's spring. We've got our open house coming up April 4th. I believe we're going to be doing the show live from the new location out on 59th and Cornhusker Avenue. Hopefully that's a Friday. Hopefully we've got that set up for the 4th of April. So that's coming up soon, and obviously spring football. So, we're out. We're not out installing today. Days like this set us back a little bit. So, but we've been pretty busy with all these warm weather days, getting caught up, and had a great time at the Husker Home and Leisure show this weekend. Talked to a bunch of people, had a lot of fun out there. And just been doing it. I'm at my daughter's house. My granddaughter's almost 2. My other one's 2 months. Just having a lot of fun with them, and enjoying life. Looking forward to spring ball. I'm going to go to a couple different practices and see how that goes. So that's the Euler report.
When does practice start?
Monday.
What time?
I have the whole schedule right here.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Give us a sneak
peek. 7:45 a.m. Monday. 9:15 Tuesday. 9 a.m. Thursday. 9:45 Saturday. So that's the first week. 4 practices that first week. Then 3 the next week. 3 the next week. And 2 the next week. And 2 the next week. So not a whole lot of practices. So you better ball out.
And you got less than 20 opportunities to show that you belong.
Right.
It's not a lot.
I'll be doing the Husker games. I will be participating.
Are you? Yeah.
So
You are?
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
They didn't give you too much info.
They didn't give me no info yet. So
they just said be here.
Well, they asked me did I want to do it. I said sure.
Did you want to do what?
The Husker games.
The legend.
The Husker games, the replacing the spring games.
Well, what are you doing?
Probably flag football against the Legends.
Who called you and asked you?
Not giving out any information. I tried to tell you several times, but
When they asked you?
Last week.
What they say? Do you want to participate?
Yeah.
You said yeah.
Sure.
I thought you said you needed to get paid.
Well, you never know what's
Ain't
coming.
Ain't that what he said, Bot?
Might get up.
Bot, isn't that what he said, Bot?
They have to give you gear to go out on the field and wear. I'm not wearing my stuff. They have to give me some stuff. They have to give me some shoes, some gloves, some book bags, a hat to put it in, everything.
Well, good.
So, but I'll text it to you. Who supposed to be asking? You're gonna laugh.
Well, yeah, you talking about app fees and all kind of other stuff. You might as well text that too. I don't even know what you're talking about. App fees. What is he talking about, Euler?
Oh, look at that.
This dude is hustling, man.
They got to release that list of who's going to be in the Legends there, because that could be a draw. Like I'm seriously like, I'm not all that interested. Like I want to see what it is, but I'm not. I guess I'm not expecting the world, I would say. But if you put some big names out there, like now that I know Terrell's going to be there, I might want to go watch and see what Terrell does out there.
That's who's in charge of it.
Who? Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So
well, that's a good thing. I think it should be good. It should be very interesting. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, Terrell. Don't embarrass yourself.
I'm not.
Go out there and embarrass yourself.
Pull a hammy.
You better start working out now.
They can do 707. I can still do my drops. I'm not worried
about
about
one. You got 2 drops in you.
Who?
You.
Nah, I can just do zone. We play zone.
You ain't got but 2. I don't want you to pop a hamstring.
You know how tired I used to be in between plays and get my breath real quick and go back out there.
It's a difference between 20-year-old Terrell and 50-year-old Terrell.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a bunch of old men out there. Who's gonna be running at top speed? You know. Might be a couple of guys in wheelchairs that I can run past. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about that.
Hey, listen, it could be a setup. They could put you against Pearsonell.
Well, that's
you
him
losing
running.
that.
That's him out there running fast. No, he's gonna be. He got the football, don't he?
Oh, is he playing?
I think he's going back out there.
Well, I'm saying,
when is that other league supposed to start, Bob?
Oh, the UFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me look into that.
I'm simply saying you just get in shape.
Why would I check a guy out there? He's way outside of my pay grade for covering anyway, because I don't cover guys like that. I'm out the backfield. I'm a hook, drop, curls type of player. So I'm not worried about running all the way down the field with him unless he's coming out the backfield on a wheel and I just knock him out of bounds. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna have us doing, but by the way, folks, I don't know. I haven't got an invite yet, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm commentating, me and Euler.
Yeah, we can commentate.
Look at the old guys go. They still look like they still got a lot of juice in those legs. Oh my goodness, he popped them both at the same time.
VJ would not be able to sit on that thing and commentate. He has to get out there and show the world something. It
show the world what? What would I show the world?
Let me show you what a 3-time national champion looks like. You got to go out there.
I'm just happy to be able to be a part of anything that's got to do with Nebraska football. I think it's a great opportunity to go back and I think put the old guys with the new guys. And I think the more I think about it, even though it's a I don't want to call it a distraction, even though it's a show, right? It's not football, right? I still think that at some point they may have a closed practice for the fans to be able to come in, maybe pay $50, $25 and then get in and watch practice.
Yeah. So their season is already underway, and they start their first games March 28th and 29th and 30th. Yeah.
Okay, well, he's gone then.
Yeah.
If he's back, that's a problem. That means he got cut. Euler, what is it doing out in Norfolk?
I'm in Omaha, man. But I heard
you
Norfolk's just as bad. I'm right down the street from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go do your metabolical workout or your old man.
Already done, man. You know, I was done this morning. I get it done every morning. 1,950 days in a row. I've got 50 days to go to get to 2,000. My doctor called and said it's time for a 2-level fusion in my back, and I'm like, well, we got to wait 50 days. We can do it. So I got to hit 2,000. So then we'll get it done.
Yeah. This out of here, real Bach. Let's go.
All right. The Captain Show, the last segment is coming up. 93.7 FM.com. We'll be right back.
Well, it's the middle of winter, the holidays are over, and the weather is unpredictable. Isn't there anything to look forward to? You bet there is. Cash Blast from your Nebraska Lottery is back. Until April 1st, buy a 2x2 ticket and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win one of 7 weekly drawings for $5,000 or $500. And if your voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket, your prize is doubled. Hey, there's nothing like a little green to cure the winter blues. 2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henrys at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get the Buffalo Wings and Rings today on 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let's see here. He said, no, Terrell ain't singing today. You should have had him sing.
Hey, wait till maybe we can do a live singing from out there at Buffalo Wings and Rings on Friday or Thursday.
Live action?
Yeah.
Are you going to be back at the deal?
No, I'll be at Buffalo Wings and Rings with you guys.
Well, who's going to be running the boards?
I'd have to check the schedule. I'm not sure.
Just make sure they got it loaded up and ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah, don't even just spring it on them. don't. I'm serious. If you ask him, he's gonna say no. He's like Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's you.
No, that's you.
No, that's a lie.
That's the truth. You're a grumpy old man for no apparent reason. What are you reading?
I think he's filling out his bracket.
Well, I was trying to.
I mean, come on.
I got mine filled out on break.
Did you already? It took you just one break.
Bing, 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 bing. I don't.
Who's your champ?
Can we look at the brackets?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, not disclosing that information. Yeah.
No.
Can we look at the brackets?
It's not an SEC team. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Can we go through the brackets real quick?
Not too much of them. We only got a few.
Why?
Minutes. Well, there's a lot of games.
Well,
I'm saying, can we go our top? We got to at least talk about some top games now. Come on.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the one we keep going back to open up the tournament will be Creighton in Michigan. Some of the other ones maybe of note, if you look in that division, the South region, Michigan State and New Mexico, Michigan State's taking on Bryant, so that's not as exciting. I don't know, that South region isn't as exciting, but the Creighton Louisville winner will play most likely Auburn. So that'll be interesting. The 5-12 game has a lot of people interested. Michigan and UC San Diego. UC San Diego only 4 losses on the year. Michigan with 9, but of course they made that run in the Big Ten tournament. So I think that is one of interest. You look at the West region. Again, the 8-9 matchup's always good. 2-time defending champ UConn will play against Oklahoma, and if they get past Oklahoma, then the second round likely have the 1 seed Florida waiting for them, which I think is the second most, I wouldn't say most likely. I was looking at ESPN's, as far as brackets go, I think there's a 25%, I got the number somewhere, but I think 25% of the brackets filled out have Duke. I think second on that list at 21% is Florida. So that is rather interesting there.
Watch out for you on Gonzaga, Georgia.
Yeah,
that'd
be a good one.
The SEC had 14 teams making.
Ooh.
Clemson, and also you probably want to check out the winner of tonight game against Xavier or Texas. Texas has been on the road lately too, and they would play the Illinois game. So watch out for that game tonight, because I seen. So did you see North Carolina yesterday, Captain? Last night?
No, I didn't.
So they look back to par, and that kind of shakes up my kind of bracket, because now I think they could probably upset Ole Miss if they play them. And what kind of game would that be? Texas versus that's not Ole Miss. Is it? No, North Carolina versus Ole Miss.
Yeah, North Carolina will take on Ole Miss. One other note that makes a game a little bit more interesting too. A lot of people were already picking 12-5. Obviously, is always kind of that bracket where people pick upsets. A lot of people like 27-6 McNeese State against the 5 seed Clemson, who comes in at 27-6. Now a little bit of interest, an interesting note in that game. Their McNeese State's coach, Will Wade, has already accepted an agreement to become North Carolina State's next head coach, but he will coach McNeese State in the tournament. At least that was reported as of about 40 minutes ago. So that's kind of an interesting position to be. Of course, Scott Frost did a little bit of that at UCF before he came to Nebraska.
Yeah, I think anytime you get an opportunity to go on and continue your career at a better school, I think that's a great thing. But you want to go out as a winner, and I you took the words right out of my mouth. That's my number one upset is McNeese State over Clemson. Trust me. I could be wrong.
I like Drake and Missouri. That should be a good one at 6 and 11. But as far as just like an interesting matchup in general, how about Bill Self in Kansas, who they've been a top 4 seed for the last 25 years, I think, something like that. And this year they're a 7 seed, and they'll take on the 10 seed Arkansas, who of course is coached by John Calipari. So you got Calipari and Self in the first round. For many other tournaments, we've had to wait till the Elite 8, Sweet 16. That's a sweet, that's usually that type of matchup.
I think again, I don't think Kansas is playing very good basketball right now, and even though they won a couple games down the stretch, they struggled this year, and so I like for them to get upset in that game as well.
Well, I'd like just a couple more reminders before we close out the show. Make sure again to join 93.7 The Tickets Bracket Challenge on ESPN's Tournament Challenge app. Join the group by going to 93.7 The Tickets Twitter page and clicking on the link. The tweet with the link is pinned at the top of the page, so it's not hard to find. It's completely free, and the top bracket will win prizes from 93.7 The Tickets. So fill out your bracket the day before Thursday's tip-off. The first game is at 11:15 on Thursday, so make sure you pick your champion before then. And one final reminder, we will be out at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O all day long on 93.7 The Ticket from 11 to 6 Thursday and Friday. Come watch all the games with us. The first 64 people through the door will get a ping pong ball on Thursday with the name of a team on the tournament on it. If your team ends up in the Final Four, you'll win prizes like Wings and Rings, gift cards, and more. We'll also be giving away prizes at the top of every hour from 12 to 5 on both day. No purchase necessary. Anyone who stops by will get a raffle ticket whenever they sit down. Prizes like appetizers, beer buckets, beer pitchers, coolers, Dr. Pepper prize pack, 93.7 The Ticket prize packs, and more. Great food, beer, prizes, and sports talk. Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O.
All right, I-80 is closed in Sarpy County between Highway 50 and Gretna because of a down power line in the area. So,
you gonna chance the box still?
I'm gonna take some back paths, I think, maybe to get there. We'll see.
Just stay home, Bob.
I'm telling you,
he's driving a Subaru.
Really deep.
Hey, Bob,
you're driving a Subaru, aren't you?
No, it's I got a Nissan Rogue now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jalen Miro runs a 4.37 in the 40 at his pro day. Quarterback for Alabama.
That's a heck of a
So
that might take him up a few spots.
Yeah, that might take him up to the 6th round.
He'll get drafted before the 6th. What do you
All
got?
right, well, thank you for listening to what?
What do you got? What's coming up next?
On the block.
Austin.
Yeah.
Man, Bach is getting out of here. It's a snowy day.
What do you got?
I'm just chilling at my daughter's house. Get to play with the grandbaby, little Marley, Miss Marley.
All right. Well, I'm snowed in. I'm gonna get some cleaning done. So
make a snowman or something.
Well, with dirty snow. Go ahead, Terrell. Get us out of here.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket. The fastest 2 hours is over with. We are here at The Ticket, 93.7.com. I get tired of looking at that sign trying to say
TheTicketFM.com.
Yeah, The Ticket FM. Thank you, Bob. We'll see you tomorrow at Buffalo Wild Wings and Rings tomorrow on O Street, 11 o'clock. I'll be there around 11:30, 12.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can